فقال عز وجل هم أهل البيت والنبوة وعدنا الرسالة فاطمة وأبوها وبالها وبنوها.
اللهم صل على محمد
وآل محمد. فقال جبرائيل يا رب أتعظني أن أعبد للأرض لأكون معكم سادسا. فقال الله نعم قد أذنت لك فبدل من جبرائيل فقال السلام عليك يا رسول الله وعلى يقرأ السلام عليك يا قدسك سيد الإكرام يقول لك عزتي وجلالي ما خلقت السماء مبنية والأرض مدية ولا قمر منيرا ولا شمس مدية ولا فلكا يدور ولا بحر يجري ولا فلكا يسير إلا لأجلك محبتكم قد هي أن أكون معكم فلتعزن لي يا رسول الله. فقال رسول الله عليك السلام يا أمين وحي الله إنه قد أذنت لك فدخل جبرائيل معنا تحت الكساء. فقال لأبي إن الله قد عليهم يقول أن ما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم رجس البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا.
اللهم صل على
محمد وآل محمد. فقال لأبي يا رسول الله اكفني ما حاضر تحت الكساء من الفضل عند الله. فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وآله الذي قصاني بالحق نبي مصطفى برسالته نبيا ما ذكرنا خبرنا حاضر ما في أهل الأرض وفيهم من جميع من شيئنا موجودنا إلا نزلت عليهم رحمة وفتهم الملائكة واستغفرت لهم لا يتفرقوا. فقال عليهم عليه السلام إذن الله فضلا وفاضل رب الكعبة. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. فقال برسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله يا أيها الذي قصاني بالحق نبي مصطفى برسالة نجم ما ذكرنا في محفل من محافل أهل الأرض وفيهم جميع من شيئتنا مولوين فيهم إمام من الله فرج الله همه ورحمه من الله وكشف الله همه ولا تعلق حاجة الله وقد الله حاجته. فقال علي عليه السلام حسنا والله فضل وسيرنا كذلك شيئتنا فاز وسيد في الدنيا والآخرة ورب الكعبة.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. नारे तकबीर, नारे तकबीर, नारे रिसालत, नारे रिसालत, नारे हैदरी, हैदरी, हुसैनियत, हुसैनियत, यजीदियत, यजीदियत, बर मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद बुलंद सलाम। बर मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सलावत।
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
बानदी के बुलंद सलावत।
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
रहमुल्लाह मन करल फातिहा। أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا مولانا بالقاسم محمد also under the guidance of his father. Ayah 45 of Surah Baqarah says, "And seek help through patience and prayer. Indeed, it is difficult except for the humble." The Imam demonstrates the qualities mentioned in the ayah through the years he spent in prison, praying to Allah and remaining patient at all times. Fortunately, when Imam Musa alayhi salam became an Imam, the Abbasid Empire was at their strongest point, and the political situation was extremely tense. The Abbasid rulers had taken power by claiming they supported the family of the Prophet, but once they gained control, they became fearful of the Ahlul Bayt's influence over the people, which caused them to monitor Imam Musa alayhi salam constantly.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
The Imam lived during the rule of many Abbasid caliphs like Al-Mahdi and Harun al-Rashid. The Imam alone never tried to start a political rebellion. His spiritual power is enough to make the rulers feel insecure. Despite being under constant surveillance, the Imam continued guiding the community quietly. Many scholars of his time recognized his greatness and came to him for knowledge and guidance. This event reflects the Imam's sayings. He often talked about controlling anger and responding to harm with forgiveness. His name Al-Qadhim means the one who restrains anger. An example of his saying is that a person's true worth is shown through their character, not their status or position. This mirrors on how he kept guiding the Shia community discreetly. He lived up to his values and teachings. One of the most difficult times in Imam Musa alayhi salam's life
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
was the long, harsh years he spent in prison. The Abbasid Caliph Harun al-Rashid was overwhelmed by the influence and saw the Imam as a threat. He ordered the Imam's arrest, isolating him from the community. The prisons of that era were not like modern cells. It was damp with barely any light. The Imam was often chained by his hands and feet, sometimes in total darkness. However, he responded with calmness and peace. He treated the jail as a place of worship. He prayed long into the night, reciting Quran constantly. This selfless act even made the guards become his followers. Imam Musa alayhi salam famously once said in prison, "O Allah, you know that I used to ask you to give me time to worship you alone. You have now granted it." This represents how much the Imam loved Allah. He didn't see the prison as a punishment.
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad bulantar salawat. नारे तकबीर नारे रिसाला नारे हैदरी मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद बुलंदर सलवात
This part in Imam Musa alayhi salam's life symbolizes his teachings. He talked about being patient, his best quality, and relying completely on Allah. Many of his sayings emphasize that a believer should restrain their anger, forgive those who wrong them, and stay calm when facing injustice. He never reacted with anger or hatred, although being treated unfairly. Although the Imam faced many hardships in his life, he still had peaceful moments like how he treated children in Medina. Kids would run towards him in excitement. The new Imam Musa alayhi salam would stop for them. He would speak to them with kindness and listen to their stories. His presence they would say, was calming. Sometimes he would just give them small gifts to bring warmth and joy to their hearts.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد.
His kindness wasn't just politeness, it was a form of his teaching. This was a reason the people loved him deeply. This connects the most to Imam Musa alayhi salam sayings. He always talked about the importance of kindness, being gentle-hearted, and treating others with a pure heart. One of his sayings symbolizes this. The best person is the one who brings happiness to the hearts of others. Despite that he had many followers and the people loved him, there were also some people who loathed him. Imam Musa alayhi salam
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد.
met a man who openly insulted him in Medina, trying to damage his reputation. Everyone expected the Imam to respond harshly or scold, but this is where his best quality comes in. He stayed patient, showing no sign of anger. One day, he decided to visit the man personally where he was working. When the man saw the Imam, he assumed he was there to confront him, but the Imam greeted him politely and started asking about his works and crops. The Imam was puzzled. He had been so rude to the Imam, yet he is treating him respectfully. Imam Musa alayhi salam said something that changed the man's heart. If you ever need anything, I am here for you. This proves that the Imam is thoughtful and has the ability to forgive those who have wronged him. When we look back at Imam Musa alayhi salam's life, Allahumma
صل
salli
على
ala
محمد وعلى محمد. اللهم يا رسول الله يا
we,
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد.
we realize that his whole journey teaches us lessons that help us in the present. One of the biggest things we learn from him is the power of patience that helped him during political disasters. We can also learn the importance of good character. He had the ability to forgive those who wronged him and insulted him. The tragedy of Imam Musa al-Kazim alayhi salam is one of the most painful chapters in the history of the Ahlul Bayt. It all comes down to the final prison before his martyrdom. As the years passed, his physical condition worsened and the imprisonment became more severe. The food he was given was reduced and sometimes spoiled. He was often left hungry for days. Even then, he continuously prayed to Allah in chains. His heart was strong, but his body grew weak. His final moments were the most tragic. The Basid's stubbornness had led to the Imam's end. They placed poison in his food. The Imam suffered with the same patience he had shown his whole life. No one was there for him. The poison had a serious effect, and sadly, the Nur and his blessed soul left his body. The guards placed him on the bridge of Baghdad and announced to the people, "This is Musa ibn Jafar, who died naturally." The people of Baghdad were left mourning, heartbroken on the body who had harmed no one. He was buried in Kazaman, but his heart remained with Allah till the end. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Assalamu alayka ya Rasulullah. Assalamu alayka ya Habibullah. Assalamu alayka ya Khatimun Nabiyyin. Assalamu alayka ya Sayyidul Mursaleen. Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alayka ya Amirul Mu'mineen. السلام عليك يا فاطمة الزهراء سيدة النساء العالمين. السلام عليك يا حسن المجتبى. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين وجميع شهداء كربلاء بالخصوص حضرت أبو الفضل عباس بن أمير المؤمنين عليه السلام. السلام عليك يا علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والخلف القائم المنتظر المهدي عجل الله تعالى فرجك وسهل الله تعالى مخرجك وزهورك وجعل الله من أمانك وأنصارك وجميع ورحمة الله وبركاته. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وإمام और नहीं वो ना लेट कर देते हैं। अल्लाह